Hello and welcome to Nanapod, a podcast dedicated to the fantastic manga written by A. Yazawa. I'm Crystal, and I'm joined by my best girl Kirsten as we dissect this manga, discussing everything from the emotions, the cultural impact, as well as any headcanons that might be floating around in our brains. With this podcast, we hope to preserve a shoujo staple that sadly hasn't been talked about in a very long time. So come with us. We're waiting for you in apartment 707. So we are in volume 7, chapter 21. Yeah?
Chapter 21. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we're getting there.
We're getting there, yeah.
I mean, like, there's still things that I'm like, it's so far away, but I want it to happen.
Right?
Like, especially since Misato's back, and I'm like, but I want to get to the other part.
Right? Yeah, I was thinking that too, and I was reading. I was like, oh, although this chapter, I was like, I hope everyone is ready for lesson 1 in hurting, because.
Oh, yeah, that was also, like, a couple of the things in some of the reviews for the chapter. Was being like, I hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hurting has only begun.
It's only begun. Get ready. If you thought you were sad before from anything that's happened thus far, you are wrong.
You are incorrect.
Oh, because it keeps, like, it waves like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Roller coaster of pain, not love, but pain.
Pain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And some love, but
yeah,
it's the pain of heartbreak.
Yeah. Slow crack. The slow crack.
Right. I wish that this one was in color because it's so cute. The image of Hachi with, like, Blackstones, but they're little toys. Any hot takes about this chapter?
I'm just sad. I'm really sad. And I mean, I know before we get into it, like, I think Nobu is still upset. That is what
He's
I
so
think.
mad.
He's mad.
No, he's mad. He's mad.
Mm-hmm.
He's still like, he's hurting his little butt.
Yep.
Absolutely he is.
Yeah.
But I would be too. But it's only been like a day or two, right? I don't know. I didn't look at the calendar, but it hasn't been a lot of time. I think, I mean, really, like, one of my hot takes, which I guess I'll bring up later, but it involves, like, Hachi's friendship with Kyosuke and Junko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Intrigued.
And I'll bring it up when we get there.
Okay.
Right? Just instead of, like, spoiling.
Okay.
I don't know if we care about spoilers anymore because, like, honestly, anybody who's gonna listen to this has read it or watched it. But
True.
and then I get mad at Hachi.
Oh, yeah. I had a point in here where I was like, oh, Hachi. I wonder if it's the same point. We'll see if it's the same
And then
point.
I also have a point about, like, the Shinrira thing. Okay. I got a lot of takes. I got a lot of takes this week.
Okay, cool.
Just because, like, there's in this chapter, it's, like, so many different story arcs.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Like, there's a lot that's built up, but we, like, switch story arcs a lot. So, it's not just, like, two different sets of, like, it's not just, like, the Nanas. It's also, like, everybody else right now.
Right.
And it's not just all about Hachi right now. Even though it kind of is, but it's not.
It is, but it isn't. Yeah.
Do you want to start?
Sure. Do you want me to read, like, the thing that is at the front, like, the story of Nana and kind of, like, where everything is at the moment?
You have one of those? Yes.
Yeah. So, Nana, Hachi, Komatsu, and Nana Osaki meet by chance on a train headed for Tokyo. Their personalities and the environments they grew up in are very different, but by fate or by chance, they meet again and become roommates. Nana Osaki gets back together with her ex-boyfriend Ren, whom she hasn't seen for more than a year. Nana and Ren overcome their old conflicts, confirming that they still love each other. And now Nana is determined to keep up with Ren's band, Trap Nest, and pushes her own band to succeed. Meanwhile, Hachi starts going out with Takumi from Trap Nest, whom she idolizes. Their controversial relationship starts to make waves with their friends. Takumi's got Hachi wrapped around his finger, while Nobu from Blast is in love with her. Nobu finally professes his love to Hachi, which causes her to reconsider her relationship with Takumi. And around the same time, Shin and Rira... ... Fast forward to the day of Blast's next live show, which will determine whether they get signed to a major label. Everyone is anxiously awaiting this important show. And that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So, recap unlocked.
Exactly. So the first thing we have here is a big picture of Nana singing with her microphone very aggressively, actually.
She's aggressive.
She's aggressive. It's okay.
And as a person.
As a person, that's okay. She'd be like one of my best friends because apparently that's all I collect. It's all I collect. You know what? It's fine. It's
fine. I've accepted it.
No, I have. Everyone else's, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, good, because like I can't be that smushy.
No, it's fine. You don't have to be. That's my job.
Perfect.
I'm made
Balance.
of marshmallow fluff. Yes.
Balance in the universe. You're just a cinnamon roll, and it's okay.
I am fresh from the oven all the time. So it says if Blast doesn't get signed, there's just no hope for this world.
Wait, that's what yours says? That's it?
Yeah.
I told myself that if Blast didn't go professional after this concert, something wasn't right with people.
That's good too. And also that's very true. It's very true. And then we got like the chapter page, and it's all of the band, including Hachi, sort of in the background here, sort of all like sketchy. They're all looking cool. And I'm not quite sure what's going on with Shin's hand in this shot. He's got like a big X like in the middle of his palm. And he's like...
Yeah, straight edge. He's underage.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I'm like, is this what I think it is?
Yeah, it means he's underage at a club. I used like some of the bars I'd go to, like down in I don't know, San Francisco. You'd have an X on the top of your hand, and that's where like kind of that straight edge image came from. But it's that you were underage, so you couldn't drink in a bar, but you were allowed to go in the bar.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was, but I was just like, just making sure. But okay, that tracks. So now we have like Tokyo City fuzzy skyline, kind of like we're in the middle of the city. And we got think boxes. It says this was Blast's third show in Tokyo. It was a 40-minute opening slot at the usual rock club. And then we have like a sign over here with 3 bands: Blackstones, Fulfill, and Red Relish. Cool lineup. And then we have Masato. And she says, wow, Blast has gotten really big.
You're missing a thought box.
Am I missing a thought box?
Yeah, that night they played first before 2 other bands for 40 minutes.
Yeah, no, mine just says it's just a opening 40-minute slot at the usual rock club. Yeah. Weird. It happens sometimes. I've noticed that sometimes, like when you're reading yours, I'm like, oh, I'm missing this. Oh well, it enhances the story. It's fine. So, yeah, Masato's like, they've gotten really big. The line's already down to the convenience store. And then we have a picture of Hachi, and she's got like all these flowers behind her, looking kind of shocked a little bit. And we're back in the think boxes. It said, Masato had gone off to buy a drink while I held our place in line outside the club. And we see like everyone's like sitting on the stairs waiting to go in.
So just so you know, they were getting fruit beverages. Yes.
Sounds delicious. Masato, go get me one. She came back totally amped. Our mission was to get right up front for Blast. And Masato says, good thing we came early. Maybe we should tell Junko and Kyosuke to get down here. And Hachi says, last time June got bummed about being crushed up front, so this time they're gonna watch from the back. And Masato's got like a sweat drop, and she's like, really? That's so weird. But that's the whole thrill of it. And we have this flashback page of kind of, it looks like June and I think Hachi, and they're at the
Hmm.
very front of the stage, and they're getting
It's June, Hachi, and Masato.
and Masato. Oh, okay, and they're getting smashed, just completely like not like drunk smash, but like
Smashed
total.
into the stage.
Oh yeah, like squished. June does not look happy, and she's saying, "Stop pushing, I'm gonna die." And Hachi's saying "arg," but Masato's saying "yay" with a heart because she's like a seasoned.
She's totally here for it. She doesn't care.
Yeah, she didn't care. She's like a smoosh veteran. She's okay with it. So Masato says, even back home, their shows never got that crazy. I was so psyched. It's like I died and went to heaven. And Hachi's laughing. She's like, died and went to heaven? And we got think boxes again. Said it
In
was,
mine, they say going to paradise,
oh, going to paradise.
which
Well,
like obvious, like my brain when I read it, I was like, oh yeah, Paradise Kiss, because like George says,
oh.
"Welcome to Paradise" or "Going to Paradise" or something like that.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what? I like that. Like
I
a
saw
nod
it
to
as like
kiss.
like a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a nod, like
Yeah,
wink. I like that. Going to paradise kiss. And then back in the think boxes, Hachi's like, it was only their third show in Tokyo. But because the line outside was so long, the club opened early and was totally packed right away. And it's Hachi now. She's not like not in the think boxes. She's like bubble text
hmm,
thinking. She's like, June might not be able to get in. And Masato's looking back at the line and she's like, oh, wow, cool. And her eyes are just like big and she's got stars. She's very excited.
right. She's so excited. It's so
So
funny.
she's so excited. No, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I mean the two of them together though, it's like I don't know. It makes Hachi look mature.
Mm-hmm.
Makes her seem more like a grown up when she's around Masato.
Right. It's it. You got to trade off sometime.
Right?
You can't always be the adult or
You can't.
the child. Either way.
No, for real. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, yeah, you can
Okay.
go because we're switching.
So now we are at we're with June and Kyosuke, and they're talking to like the front desk person to get in. And June looks stressed out and she's probably yelling and she says, "What? There isn't any space left?" And Kyosuke in his little head, he's like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
Mm-hmm.
It's like I feel like he says it like he's stoned.
I agree.
Whoa.
Right.
So they're talking to the dude at the stand, like the ticket stand, and Junko is like, "Come on, they're not seats. Can't you do something?" And this is, ugh, this isn't the time to be impressed. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, it's it from Kyosuke?
Yeah.
Yeah, in mine, he's just like, we should just play it cool.
Oh, okay.
As in, like, June stopped talking.
Oh, right. Okay. And the dude says, "But we already have too many people in the room." And she says, "Please, we have friends that are playing at 7 p.m." And he goes, "Friends? Your guests?" And that names Sotome and Takakura.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's all right. Get in. If the top seats are all right with you, because they're super late.
Mm-hmm.
So they're at the back.
Yeah, nosebleed.
Right? And then it says, "Phew, we were on the guest list since we're not in the manga a lot. I thought we'd be forgotten."
Oh no, fourth wall break.
Fourth row break. And so then like these two other girls, they walk up and the guy is like, "Hey, you, do you have passes?" And they're like, "No." "Then give up. There aren't any seats left." And they turn and they go, Kyosuke and June go, "What?" Like people are still showing up. Like they don't know how many people are in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so these two girls are the Nana fans that dress like Nana.
Oh yeah,
We've
they
been
look just like her.
we've been introduced to them before, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
back home.
Yeah. And they're freaking out. And so one of them is like, this can't be. And we came to Tokyo just for this concert. And the other one's like, there, I told you we should have left sooner. It's because of your after-school classes, Akiko. So then Akiko yells at the other girl. And she's like, but the teachers are telling me that I don't take those classes. If I don't take those classes, they won't let me into uni. And so then she yells back at her friend, it's because you won't work. And so now the second girl, not a Keiko, the other one that we don't know the name of, goes and grabs the ticket guy. And she's like, I beg you, let us go in. And he's like, no way. She's like, if I let more people enter, it'll be dangerous. I'm also saying this to you. Your lives are much more valuable than this concert. And Keiko says, no, the concert's more important. But I'm telling you, it's impossible, he says. And so then you can take a drink of water because they start Hachi screaming and crying. They're crying aggressive. It's a big wail.
Oh yeah,
tears. They don't really have faces anymore because their mouths are drawn so big.
Right, it's the teenage angst cry.
It is. It definitely is. And so the ticket guy says it's no use crying, and June says, "Hey, it's all right. Let them get in instead of us."
Mm-hmm.
And we have the thought narration box, the thought boxes. I remember being giddy when I saw the audience's passion increasing at each concert. And then we see a little foot, like shoe, like old man shoe, businessman shoe that goes squeak. And then we see an old man face that looks shocked. And it's because somebody bumped into somebody. Okay, the girls, the Nana girls, the Keiko and friend, stepped on his shoe and hurt his foot. And so they turn around and they say, oops, sorry. And he says, it's nothing. I'm sorry. And so now he's observing them. He's got like old man face and one eye up, like businessman hair, glasses, you know the type.
Yeah, I think he's adorable though, personally.
He is. No, he's great. He's great.
Like, oh, you're
He
cute.
is. Yeah.
He's so cute.
He's just, he's living his best old man music business life.
Yes.
And so the two girls are standing in front of him and they're talking about like the concert. And the not a Keiko girl says, we were really lucky to get in, right, Keiko? A little more and we'd have paid those expensive plane tickets for nothing. And Keiko says, tell me, aren't Tokyo people so nice? And so then they go up to the railing because they're like at the top and there's people all the way down the stairs. It's like full. Yeah. And so the not a Keiko girl says, it looks so fun to be down there. And Keiko says, yes, but maybe we're better being here. We can see well, and it looks less dangerous. By the way, how come there are so many people? Isn't that crazy? And now we don't know who's talking, if it's a Keiko or not a Keiko. We don't know. Or a Kiko? A Kiko.
Yeah, a Kiko.
A Kiko, okay. I was close.
Yeah.
She's not really a character, so forgive me. And so they're just chattering back and forth. They deserve it, don't you think? Strangely, don't people feel a little sad with so many fans? Nana will probably end up forgetting about us. But she still sent us a letter every time she had a concert. And thank God we left our addresses in our letter. Next time, we could just skip our classes and jobs to come see her. Even by auto stop. And so now it's like a little man behind them. He's not actually that old. He's probably like maybe middle-aged, okay? He's not, and he's tall. He's not little, okay? Just to clarify. Go look him up, okay?
Right. We'll get a name in this chapter. We'll get his name.
We will eventually. Yeah. But right now he's mystery old man that's totally out of place, okay?
Right.
He's totally out of place. And he thinks to himself, but he looks like kind of satisfied, but also he's got like a sweat bead and like his glasses are doing that shiny thing. So I don't really know what emotion he's feeling right now because it's a lot of emotion. He's trying to figure out like what the deal is. And Um,
Yeah, I think because in mine he's like, "Hey now," after he says, "Hey now,"
right.
like after the like
Okay.
we'll our school and stuff. I think he's thinking like, "Okay, maybe don't go that far." Like,
I think like it's just like, huh? Like it's like no, I think like he's like, wow, they really love them. Like this is their
okay,
fan base. Like this is how they treat their fans. Like he's
mm,
impressed,
yeah, he should
you
be.
know? And so the other girl, who I think is Akiko because she's shorter from the very tops of their head that I can see, says, yeah, we don't even need to sleep. And so now like Akiko is like gazing out into the yonder holding these flowers. And she looks like Hachiko's mom dressed up
Hmm.
as Nana.
Yes, she does.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, for
Um
real.
no, for real, for real. And so she says, it'll give us the strength to go forward in life for sure. And then dude smiles. Like he's like pretty pleased.
Hmm.
Like he's impressed, right? He
Yeah,
smiles gently. And so
yeah.
now we have narration thought boxes, and it says that day at 7 p.m. at the beginning of the concert, Nana was the first one to appear on stage.
And here she comes. She's so
And here she
cool.
comes, and
She's so cool.
everybody screams.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
scene
S-
change.
Scene change. So yeah, everybody's just screaming, and Nana is smiling out of the crowd, and then we get Hachi's eyes, and she's just like just staring
Like she
up
does.
at Nana like she does. Yeah,
I'm
just
starting to wonder if this gaze is just kind of creepy.
oh yeah.
It never changes.
Oh, true.
She always gazes at her in just like this awe-stricken, which is fine. It's fair. But
Hmm.
like, maybe I don't know. Is it ever gonna change? Nope. Go on.
No, no, no. Yeah, I think that's just like her look because everyone else is just like, "Ooh," and yeah, she's definitely like it's like an affected like
Yeah.
she's looking at a deity or something,
Yeah, exactly.
which is fair,
Which is
totally
fair.
fair.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, and in the balcony bits, Akiko and her friend, like Akiko's sobbing, like not like they were before. It's like the
Like girls seeing a boy band sobbing.
yeah, yeah, like just happy tears, just so happy. And then there's a whole bunch of roses. People are throwing roses on stage at Nana, and she's just smiling. And we got thought boxes. It says every time they played a show, the crowd got crazier and crazier, and I felt like I was going to disappear in it. We just
Oh
get like
no.
oh, not bad. Mm-mm.
Oh well, I mean, I guess.
You're
It says
like, oh, sure.
I was on the verge of disappearing.
Mm,
Uh-huh. Drowned in those yells, louder and louder each time.
mm, yeah. She
Different.
different, yeah. But even Masato was all like, "Yay!" and smiling, and Hachi's just like, uh,
She might cry.
she might. She's just in awe, just awe. And now all the boys are on stage, and they look so good.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. And Nana's at the mic, and she's like, "Hello, we're Blast." And then Yasu goes whap on his
Does he do a whap? He
drums.
doesn't. Oh, he does a bam in mine.
He's
And
bam.
she says, "Hey, it's us, Blast."
Hey, it's us.
Yeah, I think I prefer it because, like, if it's an hey, exclamation point, it's us, exclamation point, Blast.
No, that's good.
It's so awkward.
It's awkward, but the crowds, they're like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no, they're all about it.
And now we have an outside, all the people outside that are sad because they couldn't get in because there's too many people. And someone is yelling, "Oh man, damn, they already started." And someone else is like, "Wow, we can hear it out here. They're loud." And they got these two other people that are like just angry, angry. They're like, "I want to go in. Play at a bigger club, Blast. Tokyo's a big city." And then we got these two girls, and we've seen them before at the first time they did a concert. And I think one of them was the one that threatened to throw the beer at them if they were bad.
Yep, it was at their first concert in Tokyo.
Yes, we don't know the names of these girls, but here they
No,
are.
but they're new
And
Blast fans. They're Tokyo Blast fans.
yeah, they're Tokyo
So they're
Blast
like
fans.
OG Tokyo Blast fans, but they're not OG hometown fans.
Right, right. They're different.
Mm-hmm. They're city fans.
Yeah. So this one girl with a floppy hat, she's like, "Sigh, we should have bought tickets." And her girlfriend is like, "Damn, let's wait for them to come out." And Floppy Hat says, "Huh? Who are you waiting for?" And her girlfriend says, "Yasu with two
Because you're
hearts."
smart.
It's
Because
because
you're
you're
smart.
smart. She says he's got skills.
Oh, on mine it says he's so classy.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
That is a true story.
Did you see? I tagged you in it on the TikTokies.
Oh, I haven't opened my TikTok in a while.
Okay, there is a choose your favorite character Nana
Yeah.
edition.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'll have to
So
go
they give
look
you
at it.
two and you have to like nod your head from side to side
Oh,
and
okay.
pick one out of the two.
Hmm.
I know.
Yeah,
Just
I'll go look it up.
just a little thing, you know.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Speaking of Yasu.
Speaking of Yasu, you're like this one. This is the one.
And someone in my comments was like, "Nah, shit is the best." And I'm like, "He's adorable." And they're like, "He deserves the world." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but like it said favorite character."
Right? You're like, this is mine. So
Well, not even that. I mean, Takumi even won over Ren because he's a better character.
is it the character development?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the character development of Takumi. He has way more character development than Ren does.
That's true.
Yep.
Bigger arc.
Yep, exactly. Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. No, that's good. I'll have to go look it up later tonight. So Floppy Hat yells at her girlfriend. She's like, "No way, Yasu's mine." And Kyosuke and Jun are listening to this
The
discourse.
look on their faces, they're so confused.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, okay." And then there's just some randos in the background, and they're like, "What's going on? Some rock show?" And then Kyosuke says, "It's summer break, so kids came to Tokyo to see the show. That's why it's packed." And June, with like slightly distressed lines and a sweat drop face, is like, "Even so, this is pure insanity. I can't believe it." And Kyosuke says, "What should we do? Should we get a drink nearby until the show's over?" And June says, "Sure, we came down here, so we should at least say hi to Nana." So they are at, they must have found a place to go. Because they're like,
Yeah.
"So if
They're
they,
like a cafe.
yeah, cafe." And you're like, "So if they have that many followers, they should have no problem getting signed." And I think that was Kyosuke because June says, "That's it, followers," in quotation marks. And she says, "Masato acts like that, and Nana treats Nana-O like that too."
Mine's
And
not in quotation marks.
oh, is it? I don't know.
It says, of course, fans. That's what
Fans.
Masato is.
I don't know. I don't know why they emphasized it like that.
That's weird. I feel like she's not actually being that sassy. They're trying to make her
Right.
sassier than she is.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, before that was just the coffee thing, it says, with so many fans, do you think they'll be able to pass without problems? And then she says, of course, fans. That's what Masato is. And Nana, too. She's still a great admirer of her flatmate.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
hard to miss. It's super hard to miss.
She's kind of obsessed.
She is. And then Kyosuke says, he's like, "Yeah, you're right." And June says, "I thought she stopped yammering on about the Demon Lord because she matured, but I guess it's just because she moved on to the blast religion. Addictive personality." And Kyosuke laughs. He's like, "Well,
Good.
oh yeah."
Well, because I'm on this religion kick now.
Right? I was like, "See, there it is, the blast religion."
The blast religion. No, yeah, she does not call it a religion in mine.
No, what'd you call it?
She just calls it a fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if she stops summoning the Demon King so suddenly, it's not because she matured, but simply because she changed beliefs. and has become a Blast fan.
That's right. She converted. She
She
converted.
converted. She converted. She denounced the demon lord.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, she was the high priestess. What are we gonna do?
Right? I'm like, but you're the high priestess. You can't
You
just
can't just like denounce like your church that you built
right?
from Nostradamus's full like prophecies.
Right?
You
You
can't just
what are,
walk away from that.
yeah, what are the rest of us gonna do who believe in you?
I mean, honestly, though, since she's not aware, we'll just say that Nana is a saint of the Church of the Demon Lord.
Mm, true.
You know,
Yeah.
like that's the only logical thing to do.
Mm, I agree. Canonized.
Mm-hmm. Took care of the lore for us there. Yeah.
Right. Oh man. So Kyosuke's laughing and he's like, well, she's more positive now that she doesn't blame everything on the Demon Lord. And Blast is pretty great. I can see why they've got their followers. They have an incredible stage presence. And June says, yeah, especially Nana. She's like a guru. See, she calls her a guru. But I think she's done that before.
I call her guru of mine.
Oh, what's she call her?
So let's see. Because he says, and I agree that Blast has some class. It's understandable that they'd have fans. When they're on stage, they have really special presence. And she says, that's true, especially the singer. She could create a sect.
Ooh, a sect.
Yes. It's the sect of Saint Nana.
Right. I love it. And June's still continuing to say, she's like, but you know, even the best bands don't always make it in the biz. And then we have this cutaway to Yasu on the drums, but June's still talking. She says, if you want to go major label, you always have to perform at a certain level. But I guess at that point, it's not about how well you play. And I just have to note that Nobu is getting almost yanked into the crowd of girls here. Like,
He is. They have his tie.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, honey, back up. You're gonna,
You're gonna get mauled.
you're gonna get mauled. Okay, actually, with this panel, so
It's
I
pretty
have to.
cute though.
It is so cute. I have to ask, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen at a show involving a male performer and the frickin' girls in the audience? Have you ever seen anything nuts?
Oh, I don't. I never really went to like shows like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, it not like pop music. I feel like that's its own experience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. We went to go see I think it was Birthday Massacre, like
Hmm.
back in the 2010s,
Hmm.
and Black Veil Brides was one of their opening bands.
Oh, then that would make sense because like they might not have looked like a pop band, but they very much.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
very Sisters of Mercy, which,
Yeah.
I was very impressed with them because they were pretty much like around like Shin's age and they were just killing it, you know.
Yeah, and like it's not a matter of if it's like popular. It's a matter of it's just popular music, right? And so
Hmm.
like it's still like within branding, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like it still draws like I guess I didn't ever go to see concerts that were musicians that were selling their music from a place of being pretty.
Oh, oh, I see. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But the lead singer, he attempted to crowd surf at one point. Oh, bad idea. Because he lost his shirt because the
I'm
frickin'
sure he did. He's still gorgeous.
oh, he's so pretty. I'm just like, you
Choices.
are.
Choices.
Yeah, he immediately realized like, oh, that's a bad idea. Oop, and like, went back on stage because oh my God, the frickin' honey badgers in the in the pit were like, oh, his skin would have come off with it if if he would have let them. That
I'm
poor guy.
sure. I'm sure. But that's also I don't know. Like that's he knew.
Oh, oh, I'm
He
I'm I'm
knew.
sure. I'm sure he did, but I had never seen anything like that before, and I was like, is he? That's not a good. Oh, yeah, saw that coming. Get back on stage before you die.
Right?
So
No,
Nobu,
they wouldn't
yeah.
have let him though.
True, true,
That would,
true.
yeah, they would. I mean, like, yeah, they wouldn't have let him.
Yeah, but Nobu's tie like getting yanked reminded me so viscerally that I'm like, don't get any closer.
Don't. Yeah, he's gonna get pulled in.
You're gonna lose your guitarist.
The sea of women with pom poms in their hair.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Honey badgers. Rabid. So rabid. But yeah, then we just like get this really lovely shot of Nana and her microphone and Masato and Hachi in the pit down here just being totally smashed and loving every second of being smooshed. And we have a scene change.
Oh, and then it says charm.
Yes.
It says charm because like that's the thing that they need to be
Mm-hmm.
famous. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mine says
So now,
charisma, but same thing. Same thing.
same thing, same thing. And I think that that also goes for like anything though. If you want to be famous at anything,
Yeah.
your
Agreed.
technical skills can only get you so far if you don't have well the astrological chart for it. But we could call that charm and charisma.
Mm-hmm.
um. So there's a business card that says Gaia Records producer, excuse me, Takafumi Kawano. I'm doing so bad at trying to say things today.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's okay. It's the old man. We know who the old man is now. The old
Mm-hmm.
man is the manager or the producer, excuse me, from Gaia Records.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's in like the green room, I would assume. They're still at the venue. So they're in a green room that looks kind of like a
Yeah.
business room.
Mm-hmm.
And Blast is sitting there, all four of them.
Oh, they're looking like so like cool.
Solemn and cool.
Yeah, like
Stoic. They're
oh yeah.
stoic. And Shin and Yasu are smoking. And
Yep.
Nana is not yelling at them.
No.
Okay.
Played it cool.
Right. They're being very stoic right now. They all took like a tip out of the Yasu handbook.
Mm-hmm.
And
For
so
once.
old man Kawano says, "That's what we feel about you guys." What do you feel? Oh my god.
But they've got charm. They got the charisma. Yeah.
Charm. They got the charisma. For music and for the singing, there's nothing more to say. It was an incredible concert. I've worked in this area for a long time, and it does panels on each of their faces.
Mm-hmm.
And why is Shin seductively looking at him? By the way.
His default setting is bedroom eyes. It's like Shin default setting.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird right now. Okay. At this moment, you've been studying too much porn. Okay. And he
Yeah, he
says,
was.
he's been studying too much.
Last chapter, he was like, I'm gonna watch my film. Oh, jeez.
And so he says, I've worked in this area for a long time, but it's been long enough since a concert has touched me that way. We will need some time to discuss. Here isn't ideal. When you're changed, would you like some sushi? And Shin jumps up, arms in the air, turns into his little kid self with the little dots on his cheeks and says, "Yay!"
Yeah, the
Yay!
persona is broke.
Right?
Completely shattered.
Stoicism out the window.
We were playing it cool, and then he said sushi.
And like Yasu's face is he's kind of smirking but has a sweat bead. Nobu's face, he's speechless, sweat bead, blushing, frowny eyes. And Nana looks like she's gonna jump over the table and punch him, and she says, "Shing." And then she puts her like hand in her head, and obviously she's like kind of shaking her head. And the producer guy is just he's smiling or laughing, like he's just like, okay.
Oh yeah, he's like, that's cool. Mr. Kawano's about that. He's like, oh
Right?
cool, all right.
Like, yeah, he's like here for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're in the car with Kyosuke and June, and Kyosuke's driving. June like turns around and she's like, "What?" You didn't meet them backstage, and she's talking to Masato and Nana, or Hachi. Hachi Nana. Nana Hachi. Um,
Nanahachi.
and so Hachi's like, no, there was a producer from a disc company. Sorry, I just can't. So they must have had difficulties discussing if we were there, and we can always see everybody later at home. Oh, you're gonna come party? She just like doesn't even like, she's not, do you want to come? She's like, oh, you're gonna come.
Right?
And Kyosuke's like, so you want us to drive you directly back home? And Hachi's like, yeah. I told myself that today we'd probably have something important to party for, so I prepared lots of good things. You should come too. So now you're gonna ask?
Maybe she's checking herself like, oh,
I
didn't
I
ask.
mean, I no, her smile hasn't changed. And so June is like, oh, sorry, we're pretty busy tonight. We have to hurry and go. And Hachi's like, why? It's summer vacation. And Kyosuke's like, we have a group exhibit starting next week. We rented a gallery for 6 between uni friends. We're currently creating works that will exhibit. And Hachi's like, oh, all right, a group exhibit? And then she has a thought bubble, and it says, that seems like art students. Really?
I
Really?
mean, that's what they are, honey.
That seems like art. Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. You're catching up.
You remember the
Woo!
college that you guys went to?
Right. They came to Tokyo to go to art school. Um,
She just looks at them and she's like, wait, who are you? You're minor characters. I don't know
right,
what you
right.
do.
I don't. Why are you here? Why are you talking to me? You're cab drivers now. Um, and
She
so
could make
she's
it
like,
happen.
right, Demon
Oh
Lord.
my god. Demon Lord.
The Demon Lord is not available. Just call upon Saint Nana. It's fine. It'll all be fine. And so she's like, so you came to the concert despite everything? It's really sad that you couldn't see it. And they look kind of like annoyed, but they're not. That's important.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And June's like, oh, but compared to the girls who would have missed the concert, but especially came to Tokyo, it's nothing. And Kyosuke says that's for sure. And June says, here, these are flyers from our art exhibit. Feel free to come if you have some time. And it says art facility F, oil painting, second, Miyuki, Aqua, Junko, Seotome, Kyosuke, the rest of them. I'm not going to read all these because I don't want to. And so we have like some narration thoughts because they're not in boxes. It says friends from uni. In fact, Jun and Kyosuke put all their efforts in what they've chosen. I have more and more the impression of being left behind. And there's like a toaster oven. Her toaster oven. It says ding. Okay, so here's my thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Hachi's a bad friend
Why?
because she hasn't talked to them in forever.
True.
How did she not know that they were planning an art exhibit? A good friend would know that. It takes
True.
a lot of work to put something like that together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, like, really, is she being left behind, or is she just not participating in the life of her friends? Right?
Yeah.
Like, the perspective there. And it's like, you didn't even know that they're doing, like, this really cool thing in their life. Like, you weren't even aware.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, yeah, I can see that. She's in a place.
She's not in a place.
Well,
She's living a normal life. She's just being a bad friend.
okay, I'll buy it. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Well, I guess it's because like it feeds into it later. Like this is like the start of
Yeah.
like the I'm feeling sorry for myself kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But still,
Yeah.
she's either depressed or manic.
Definitely one of the two.
Well, that's like her back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's
Yeah.
not ADHD. Maybe she's bipolar.
She could be. You know, she very well could be. I mean, we kind of were like, she's got a spicy brain.
Yes, she has a spicy brain.
Yeah.
Um, so they're in the apartment now. I don't know if I read
Mm.
enough to switch or if I read too much. Should I keep going?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. Okay, so they're in the apartment now. And Hachi made all this beautiful food.
Yes.
And Masato says, "Hey, Hachiko, your cell phone is ringing." And so then she hurries over. We don't see that part, but grabs it and says, "Hi, it's Nana. Everybody knows it's you. They called your number.
I love how that's your pet peeve.
They know it's her."
Hi, none of this.
Oh my god. It's like, don't, we know, we know, we know. We got this, okay? And so then she says, "Oh, heart, Nana, your concert was awesome. Congrats." Uh, and she's like, "We're already home." And so Masato's like listening, and there's like a little heart above her head, like, "Oh, it's Nana. It's our Lord and Savior, Nana Christ."
Right, right.
Um,
It's both of them. Both of them have hearts. They're both like, oh, heart, Nana. And then Masato's like, oh, heart, because it's Nana.
because it's Nana. And so it says, "Yes, because we got back by car." So I assume she asked, like, "How are you home so fast?" Blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah. What about you guys? When do you think you'll be back? And so then it goes into Nana in the green room. And she's like, "Sorry, it's that we probably won't be able to come. The guys from Gaia just invited us to dinner, and it'll probably take some time." And so now Hachi Nana looks like she's gonna cry.
Mm-hmm.
She's like really devastated and thinks to herself, "Oh no,"
Mm.
and says, "Oh." And then Nana now looks like she's gonna cry because she realizes, "Oh shit," because she
Yeah,
knows what Hachi does.
yeah, there's like this, I think there's like a pause,
Yeah.
like when Hachi didn't say anything, and then Nana's kind of like,
Uh-oh.
ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You did
And
the
so,
thing.
yeah, exactly. And so she's like, "Maybe you've already prepared everything for our return." And so now Hachi starts to freak out and is
Mm-hmm.
like, "No, no, not yet. We've just arrived home." And Nana says, "Really? Sorry. It's nothing. It'll be all right." And Hachi says, "It's okay. Go ahead. Don't worry about us." And then it says, "This isn't the first time I prepared things for nothing. Tomorrow I have to work at night, but I'll come over in the afternoon." I assume that's what Nana says to Hachi.
Yeah, yeah, she does.
And Hachi says, "Oh, but I start work in the morning." And so then Nana asks, "What about Masato?" Hand her the phone. But like Hachi is devastated right now.
Mm-hmm. See, in mine, before, the comment is made about the tomorrow night, I'll come over during the day from Nana. She, Hachi's thinking, that's me running around like a chicken with its head cut off, as usual.
Oh, that's where mine says, "This isn't the first time I prepared things for nothing."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, it is.
But like she should ask.
Yeah, she
Guest
should.
culture versus ask culture.
Yeah, here we are again.
Mm-hmm. And so she hands the phone to Masato and says, "It's Nana." And Masato's like, "Hi, yes. Your concert was incredible." Eh? "Oh, all right. Of course not. I'll hope you'll get to talk about the contract." And Hachi, devastated, swirly looming things behind her, like
Spiraling!
super bummed out. And
Mm-hmm.
Masato's still on the phone. She's like, "What? Tomorrow?" And then Hachi thinks to herself, "What about me?" And
Mm.
Masato's like super happy, and she's like, "All right, then I'll wait for you at home." And Hachi thinks to herself, "Tell me, Nana, what about me?" While she's
That,
like looking
ye-
into like the ether.
yeah, that was the part that I was like, Hachi, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's easy to feel that way when you, I guess, feel uncertain about friendships or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like,
I don't know. She's also
don't.
young, and so I think it's pretty normal when you're young
Yeah, it is. It really is.
to feel left out. It's
Mm-hmm.
more normal. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just the lack of maturity of having like your own thing, right? And when your thing
Mm-hmm.
is just other people, and when you're young, your thing is your other people.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't make all that. She did make all of that food, and like Nana did. She even asked, like, "Oh, did you already prepare a bunch of stuff?" Like she knew she would.
Mm-hmm.
It's that lack of communication, but also Hachi has pulled back and hasn't gone to practices or anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, she's kind of isolated herself because of the Takumi Nobu thing.
Yep.
So like, there's that balance to it. And like, I don't blame her for being bummed out after putting that much work in. Not that
Yeah.
part,
Yeah, not
right?
that part.
And yeah, it is a what about me. Like, Nana could have easily just been like, well, we can come over after.
Yeah,
It's just a sushi dinner.
true. Maybe she doesn't know how long it's gonna last.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like
true too.
it could go late. She doesn't wanna it's that weird like I don't know what's I don't know what the words are, but like when you literally don't know what's gonna happen, so you don't
Mm-hmm.
make further plans because you're just
Yeah.
like, but if it goes to like midnight, you might be asleep.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, we have it is still phone do you want me to keep going? Still phone conversation?
yeah.
Okay. Scrolling. Okay. And so now Nobu calls to Nana and is like, Nana, Kawano-san called a taxi. We can go. The car's waiting in the middle of the road. We have to hurry. And she's like, oh, sorry. And or he's like, oh, sorry. Are you talking on the phone? And so then she says, sorry, Masato, I have to hang up. Say goodbye to Hachiko for me. And Nobu gets a little shocked lines above his head,
Little tick.
right? And then she's like, okay, if you want to, you can stay in my room. Do as you please. It's open. All right, see ya. And Nobu looks like sad angry.
Yeah, yeah, he's sad angry.
That's, yeah. Yeah. And he's like, it was Masato. And then Shin is like, what about Hachi?
Hmm.
And Nana's like, she told us to go and not worry for her. Hachi and Masato could come eat sushi with us, Shin says. And Nobu says, idiot. Come on, let's go. And then Shin is standing there pissed. They're like cartoon, like chibi forms right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Shin is pissed and he's thinking above his head, idiot. And it's like the tide pool behind them. And then there's Yasu and he's got like a little sweat bead, like,
Right. Like Shin, the way Shin looks is kind of like, excuse me.
yeah,
Like,
it very much, yes, it very much is like, what did I do? You're the idiot. You know, like,
right? Like, don't take whatever is out on me, okay?
right? So then we have a scene change officially because they walk out into the alley.
They do, and everyone's waiting here, so they're just kind of like, "Oh, thanks, man." The door goes creak, and then people we can't see, but there's all these people, mostly girls, are in the alley, and they say, "Hey, look!" And then here come our two fans, the old home,
Kiko and the other.
Kiko and her other one, yeah, and they're like, "Nana, heart!" And they're just running towards her with these flowers,
They're so
and
excited.
oh, they're so excited. I don't blame them. That's so cute.
Can you read the letter?
Yeah, a little bit. Um, Shin's behind her and he says gulp because they're
Oh, mine doesn't
charging.
even have a gulp. He just looks shocked.
Okay, he's. I mean, I don't blame him. These two strangers just charging her.
They're not strangers. They're from the hometown. They know them. Oh, they're
Mm,
strangers to Shin. I forgot.
Yeah, Shin don't know. He has no idea who
He
these
has no
people
idea.
are.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, these two women that look just like Nana are coming at her. Oh, geez.
They're like the wish version of Nana.
Oh, it's true.
Wish it was
Oh man.
so.
So a little bit of the letter is like, this is a letter that she received probably from, oh, I keep forgetting this girl's name, Akiko. And it's like, I got your self release CD. It's so rad. Nana, your songs cheer me up and inspire me. Your lyrics really speak to me as a girl. I wish more people would hear your songs. Nana, your songs cheer me up and inspire me. So it's like she's
Uh,
remembering.
okay, I'm gonna read my version of it.
Okay.
Okay, it says, Nana, I bought your CD. Awesome. I always listen to your songs, they encourage me. You know, your lines go straight to my heart. It would be great if even more people listened to it. But if you become famous, I might be a bit sad.
Oh.
And then it says, like, with them running, I always listen to your songs, they encourage me.
Hmm. It's so nice.
But I'm like, what about being a girl? Excuse me?
I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird too. I'm like, that's
That
clunky.
doesn't fit in there.
No, no, it doesn't. I was just like, maybe teenage writing or just what are you doing, Viz Media?
It's all Viz Media's fault. We just blame everything on Viz Media.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nana's smiling really big. She's so happy to see them. And then we have the think boxes, and it says, no wonder Nana likes Masato more than me, because she stalks Nana obsessively and comes to Tokyo for every show. And in the bottom panel here, it's kind of interesting because they've all been sort of paired off. Like Nobu's over here with all these women, Yasu's in the back with even more women, Nana's got her other fans, and Shin is also surrounded by women, but he's got like small dot eyes. So,
I mean, he doesn't know what to do because,
no.
like, they're probably his age,
Oh, right, right.
you know?
Yeah, so he's like,
Or
hello.
at least closer to his age than what he normally interacts with.
Right, right. Poor kid. How do I talk to women my own age?
But they're also, like, holding him.
Mm-hmm. They're like very physical with him.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so more think boxes. It says, of course, a power dinner with a record company takes priority over me. And of course, she'd rather live with her boyfriend than with me. It all makes sense. Here we are in Hachi's spiraling brain. So I guess I'm not needed at all. And it's Masato and
She says,
Hachi and
I understand all that
oh,
in mine. Yeah.
that's more
So,
better.
like, yeah. So, let's see. We go Nana smiling, fans running, blah, blah, blah. It's normal that Nana cares more about Masato than me. She comes to Tokyo for each one of her concerts, faithfully following her. It's also normal that she gives more value to a discussion with a disc company than a promise she made me. See?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. As well as her choice to live with Ren rather than with me. I understand all that. But then, does that mean she doesn't need me anymore?
It sounds better like that because it makes it
It frames it out that it's rational for her to be feeling the way that she's feeling.
yeah, my Hachi's more selfish in this moment, I
And
think.
like I can understand her being upset because it was a promise.
Yeah. Yeah. But also like
I know.
gotta do the thing.
She still just kind of like still guessed instead of checking in to see if that was still the plan, sort of deal.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because she kind of hasn't gone to practices or talked to anybody.
Right?
She's
Literally
isolated herself.
yeah, literally no one, not even Kyosuke and June.
Yeah.
So but then again if she's super depressed,
Yep,
depression
exactly.
it does that
Yep.
too, so
And like the only people who have been friends with her long enough to know what that would look like are Jun and Kyosuke. But like Jun and Kyosuke assume that Nana's taking care of Hachi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they probably don't even know she's not living there.
Exactly.
Yeah. What a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get messier. So Misato
It's only the beginning. This is mild.
for real. So Misato and Hachi are sitting at the table, and Misato, she's kind of like sad. She's just like, it's too bad, Hachiko, after you made all this great food. And Hachi's like trying to play it off because she was in her head. So she's like, huh? Oh? And Misato says, well, they've got to do what they've got to do. Oh no, that's Hachi. She's like, they got to do what they got to do. You don't have to force yourself to eat all of it, Misato. Masato says, but everything's so delicious, I can't stop. Hachiko, you're an amazing chef. I'm impressed, heart. And then Hachi's back in her brain. And you know what? I think like if there's no like think boxes, I'm gonna just call them meandering thoughts because they don't
They're just
have any.
dots. They're just dots. They don't even have
Yeah,
words to them.
yeah. Well, not like that one, but like the other ones that don't have like boxes around them, but we're still
Uh,
in her head. It's like, oh, you're meandering because you don't have any like
yeah.
structure. No structure, just meandering. So she's like, Masato's a good egg. Even though she's obsessed with Nana, she's not competitive about it. She's sincerely happy for Nana and Ren. She's just a very sweet girl.
Is she?
Mm. She tricky. So now Hachi's in her room with the trap nest poster. And she's still thinking, she's like, but it makes my own jealous tendencies stand out. I hope we can live together in peace for a month. And she's going through her phone and she's clicking create a message to Takumi. And she texts him, I have a friend staying here for the summer, so you probably shouldn't come over here, Nana. And at first I didn't think she sent it, but then she totally did.
She totally sent it.
Yeah. And so
In
she's,
mine, it says, please don't come over at home, okay?
wow, vague. Oh, super
Yeah,
vague.
no, it says I'm having someone stay at my house until the end of summer vacation, so please don't come over at home, okay? Nana.
You're so cold, Takumi. I can also be
Attempting
indirect.
to be cold.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But she ends it with a fucking question. Okay? No!
No. Mm-mm. So now she's got like sweat beads and she's thinking, this is like saying we can't see each other until summer breaks over. But it's all right. I never know when I'll see that guy anyway. And she says plop, onto her bed, like face down, and she's like, I didn't see Nobu tonight either. I tried not to look at him on stage. Oh, what can I do? I'm lonely. She's like pulled the covers over her
That is
head.
nope. We take that back.
We take it back?
She says, in the end, I wasn't able to see Nobu either. And during the concert, I tried not to look at him. It's not okay. What to do? I feel so sad.
Hmm.
Not lonely, sad. Those are different feelings.
Yeah. They're like on the sad scale, loneliness, but it's different.
Yeah.
Loneliness hurts more, but that's my opinion.
I don't know. I think it would depend on the sad.
Hmm, that's
And I
true.
think it also depends on if you're okay being lonely or not.
That is also true. I was a lonely kid, so for me, loneliness is the sadder of the sad
Oh, I
emotion.
mean, so was I, but like I prefer to be alone for the most
Uh,
part. So,
yeah. Hmm.
but
That's
that's not
that's
the same.
that's the difference.
You have to work through the loneliness to accept being alone.
Yeah. I just enjoy people because I enjoy talking to them and sharing ideas.
People are fucking exhausting.
This is where we differ. I mean, I agree they totally can be. Depends. Like this is why, you see, this is why I collect my people. My people, close people, they don't exhaust me. They make me very happy.
Nope, everything exhausts me.
Oh, that's fair.
I run out of spoons. Everything takes some energy, and it doesn't replenish like other people do. So I just,
It's because you don't have Nate's triple spoons.
I can't, I don't have triple spoons. Okay. My
No.
spoons, they do not just procreate from the ethers. I have to forge them.
Ah, one spoon to rule them all.
Run to roll them all and to forge them in the mines of Mordor.
The master spoon.
The master spoon. That's what I need.
Big gigantic serving spoon.
Oh my goodness. It's a big spoon that gets bent into a ring.
Oh man, spoon rings are cool, man.
I know, but that's the spoon ring. I need a spoon.
ring.
I need one spoon ring to rule them all.
You need one spoon ring. Oh my god, we have to find you a spoon ring.
I need a spoon ring. And I'll have one spoon ring to rule them all.
Right? One spoon to find them. Oh man, one spoon to bring them all in the drawer, bind them. I don't know. Because you put spoons in a drawer.
Spoons just start following me as I walk down the street. Like,
Oh
like
man.
Mickey and the Brooms and Fantasia.
Yes.
I'm mixing way too many lores right now.
No, I love it. Put them all together. This is how I create stories all the time. Just shove more other lores in there. I love it. So anyway, Hachi's phone goes ring ring, and she opens up her eyes, her crying eyes, because she's crying.
She's crying. She's
she's
very
crying.
sad. She's so sad, as she says, so sad.
Mm-hmm. And she's got like Nana's silhouette, so she's thinking like, oh, Nana's calling me. But she
Lies.
lies. Mm-mm, it isn't. Nope. She picks up the phone and it's Takumi. And you know what he says? He says, so is this friend a girl? And she looks like dumbfounded. Just like, like, what? It's Takumi? Because she didn't expect him to call her.
Well, yeah. But like he has to call to say, is a girl staying with you?
Yeah, I'm just like, ugh.
Dude.
Why are you so pretty? You say stupid things.
Yeah, why do you say stupid things? Stop saying stupid shit.
Mm-hmm. Stop it. It's gross.
Do stupid shit, get stupid prizes.
Right? So now she's blushing and like wiping away her tears, like kind of like happy. She's like, oh, he called me. She's like, yeah, of course. And then he's like smiling. He's like, really? Okay, that's cool. Well, good night then. And then hangs the fuck up on her.
He says even less in mine.
Oh, super great.
He says, oh, well, all right, good night. Heart.
Oh, jeez.
But there's a heart there.
There's a heart in mine too.
And he's smiling and cheery about it. But then he hangs up.
Uh-huh.
And it's not a simple hang up. It's a flip phone. It's the flip phone slap. It's the flip phone slap. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes snap. Yeah. And Hachi was definitely on the verge of saying something because her mouth is open, but she's got all the dots and it just says beep, beep, beep. And then she's just sitting there like, And then Takumi, I think he must be in a van. He's going back to sleep, I guess. And Rira's looking at him with like dots. And then his phone rings. And he looks at it and maybe he doesn't even look at it because he just goes beep, hello. He knows. Okay. He knows.
And he looks at it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, there's a panel. It's the panel. Okay, so Rira panel, right? Or the side panel where he goes to sleep. Mm-hmm. And the phone starts to ring and you see I forget his name, the manager driving.
Yeah.
And then the panel right under that, he picks up his phone and he looks at the screen.
Okay, I was wondering if just because the next panel, his face is like his eyes are closed and it's kind of like, hello.
Oh yeah, like I'm sure he closed his eyes back as he like put the phone to his ear. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Changes the tone a bit. But it's Hachi and she says, Takumi, I want to see you.
And she's crying.
She's crying. She's sad. And he's got like his
smirk.
His satisfied smirk face. And
she gets all ready.
Yeah. Is that a scene change?
Yeah, I guess it's a scene change. Let's do it.
Yeah.
She gets all ready. slams the door open to where it makes a bam.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
So
in her
loud.
business lady dress.
Yeah.
I mean, that's her business attire. I think more so than her like fun going out attire. It's her grown lady dress, grown lady
Mm-hmm.
shoes. Yeah. And then Masato looks back and she's like in her sleepwear. She says, Hachiko. And then like it says vapors. And I feel so good around her. And she's like, thanks for the bath. So she's in her after bath clothes, like hair
Mm-hmm.
wrapped in a pajama dress.
Yeah, super cute.
And so Hachi like looks really concerned and worried. And she's like, sorry, Masato, I have to go out. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you so dramatic?
I did. It's just how she is.
I know, but like, calm down, bro. And so Masato's like, what, has something happened at this time of night? And Hachi still looks like, she looks guilty, okay? She's acting guilty. And she's like, no, nothing important. But I want to be able to go back tonight. I'll go to work directly tomorrow morning. I'm leaving you with the key. If you go out, leave it in the mailbox. And so then she just
Yeah.
leaves. And Masato is like confused and standing with the door open, holding the key. And in Hachi's head, she's like, sorry to leave you alone, but tonight I can't take it anymore. What exactly can't you take, Hachi?
Sleeping alone, because that's what she says in mine.
Yeah, in mine, it doesn't say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you
Mm-hmm.
think it's kind of a little messed up that she leaves Masato there by
Yeah, I
herself?
do.
Okay. Because I thought,
She's
I
being
was like,
selfish.
ooh. Yeah, I'm like, this isn't.
And she was running to Takumi,
Mm-hmm.
even though she has feelings for Nobu.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't even realize that when she got the phone call, after she messaged Takumi, she didn't think of him first,
Mm-hmm.
but thought of Nana.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of signs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But,
Yeah.
oh well. So,
Right. I'm like, oh, here we are.
Taki-chan, the manager, is like, well, Takumi, tomorrow morning I'll come to get you here at 10. Please don't leave your room before I come. And Takumi is like, okay, thanks, Taki-chan. Don't forget to go get clean clothes at my house. And so then he goes running, the manager, out to the car. And there's Rira, and she's texting, probably emailing, but texting on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns after he gets in the car and he's like, sorry for the wait, Rira. And she's like, Taki-chan, book a room for me too. The car trip made me sick. And she's like nauseous, like looking sick.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, da da da, huh?
Where was he gonna take her?
Probably back like to the like maybe her apartment. I mean, they're back in town, right?
Yeah.
Like they're in Tokyo. So either her apartment or those the apartments like at the record like training studio,
Oh, yeah.
you
Okay.
know, because they like all end up living in the dorms together. So
Okay.
maybe there. Um and so now we see Hachi thinking to herself in a cab, saying, ugh, the meter's going at full speed. At my arrival, will it show the equivalent of what I'll earn tomorrow? You don't have to pay, honey.
Right.
You don't have to pay. You shouldn't be paying. You have to do all the legwork.
Right.
Like, come on.
Like Takumi's gonna be paying for this.
Takumi should be paying for
He
that.
really should.
But then again, like, she didn't have to go,
Yeah.
right? So there's that part of it. And so she gets a text message, and it says, room 2015. I'm warning you, it's not a suite. The suites are for the first and last times. What?
Yeah, I had that question too. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. So is it
And she
like,
kisses her phone. Like she's smiling and she holds her phone up to her mouth, like so happy. But
yeah,
suites are for the first and last time.
I don't know, like picking up a new girl, is this like a thing? Like, I'm getting a new woman to sleep
Well,
with.
I also think like yes, he's a player, but I also think he plays it being more of a player than he actually is.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I don't
because
think he
I'm
has
like,
time to be as much of a player as he is, but maybe also he only has sex with girls twice.
oh, hmm. I thought he planned it like if I'm getting rid of you, then you
No,
will
well, yeah.
know,
Uh-huh.
because
But
the
like
last.
I can't assume that he just tells everyone that.
Hmm. Fair.
You know?
Yeah, but she's
But now she knows if she walks into a suite.
right. If it's a new big suite, I
It's the
guess you.
last time, baby.
It's the last time. Man, what a weird like setup.
But also, like, I don't. Why would you? I don't. What a fuck boy.
Yeah, you'd have to like you have to plan that because they don't know what hotels are gonna stay in. It's like, oh, it's a fancy one. I guess I better call the girl I'm done with.
Right? Oh my goodness. Or a new one.
Or a new
Um,
one. Oh man, it's convoluted.
and so she thinks to herself, "Ah, this doesn't get any better. This means it won't be the last time we see each other.
Yeah.
That makes you happy?"
Yeah, apparently. Lonely
So weird.
spiraling. So
So
weird.
weird. So weird. But she's young. She's young. It's okay. Young and dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Young and dumb. Young and dumb. So now we have Yasu, the manager or the producer guy from Gaia. We have Shin and Nobu and Nana in the background. So Yasu to the producer says, "Thanks for everything, Kawano-san. Also, thanks for dinner." Producer dude says, "What do you say to a drink?" And then in the background, the children are talking.
Yep.
It says, "You had more success than me today." That's what Shin says. "I'm confused." Nobu, he's confused. And and Nana is like, "You have in front of you all this guy that sold his second uniform button to the auctions in our city, right?" What? Okay. Who is she
He,
saying that to? Nobu
I,
or Yasu? Oh, Yasu. That's right. He auctioned off his buttons on his uniform.
oh
Or
yeah,
no, Nobu did.
Nobu dude. Yeah, I
Nobu
know.
did. So
Mm-hmm.
he's saying that to Shin. Okay. She's saying that she's explaining to Shin the story about the buttons.
About the buttons that he auctioned off.
It's just I feel like it was worded really awkward.
Yeah, yeah. Mine's a little bit more. He's like, Nobu auctioned off another button off his school uniform heart. I'm like, oh, does that mean he still has them?
I mean,
I know. I thought he didn't have any left. Oh well.
yeah, because mine says specifically like in our city. And
Okay,
it ends
yeah.
with a question mark. So you have in front of you the guy that sold his second uniform button to the auctions in our city, right? As in Nobu, right?
Yeah, and Nobu's
Okay.
he's not
Why is that
responding.
so like that's just so I don't know why that's so weird in my head.
I don't
Um
know, but Nobu's not engaging with it. He's just like angry, angry. He's
yeah,
got the
right. He's like, why
angry,
is this even a topic?
right?
I wonder too, Nobu. I'm totally there with you, man. Uh
Right.
I'm also confused. uh and so the adults are talking, as in Yasu and producer man.
Hmm.
And Yasu says, "Sorry, but I work tomorrow." And producer man is like, "Oh, yes, it's true that you're working in a law firm. What do you intend to do about that? You should be proud." Yasu says, "I'll think about it. As for the contract,"
Right.
and producer's man, like, "I see. I'm hoping for positive answers." And then Nana says, "Yasu, I've decided to take the taxi with Nobu and Shin. Hachiko's working tomorrow morning, so I'll come by to say hello." Yasu's like, "That's cool. You're doing the right thing. Tell her I'm sorry for not being able to come over." See, here's the thing about her. I think that is genuinely, she's using her codependency for Nana and projecting it onto Takumi.
Oh, you. Mm.
Uh-huh. She felt abandoned. So
Mm-hmm.
she took the next closest, like, warm body.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right? Because now Nana is going back because, like, again, you know what I mean? But Nana also could have said it's just a whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to say, Kawana-san, He's a rather calm person. That's what Shin said. He's a rather calm person.
Right? I'm like,
It's probably take 100 years before we release our first single. And Nana's like, yeah, I even wonder if he understands rock and punk music at all, even if he said he liked it. And then Nobu's just laughing.
oh, that's
I
such a
love seeing Nobu.
response.
I love seeing Nobu happy. It
I
is.
mean, yeah, same. But isn't it so funny that oh man, these two trauma kids are in the corner like, nope, that guy was too nice.
And
Hell
then
no.
and then the sweet little privileged one is just laughing at them.
Yeah, he's like, no, no, I think he means it.
Right? And
Uh,
so Shin falls asleep because he's a child. Actually a child. Um
yeah, he's had a
and
long day.
he's a little long. He needs his little treats and nappies. Um But Nana's like, but he still paid for our taxi. He's a good guy. And Nobu's like, yeah, I have the impression that you're making quick impressions. And now Shin is awake again and looks at his phone, ... And Nana holds up a 10,000 yen bill and says, we could just share the rest. And then Shin is like, excuse me, stop. And so Nana is like, what's going on with you? And Nobu is like, work? Yeah, her face, and then Nobu's face.
Her mouth is like in a complete O. She's just like,
She
what?
looks like a blow-up doll.
She does.
She's the Nana blow-up doll.
She is. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh man.
And Nobu looks like he has like the black lines that football players put under their eyes
Mm-hmm.
to stop like the reflection of the sun.
Right.
Like under his eyes, and he's like, work, you're in the mood, And Shin is like, say hi to Hachi for me, Nobu.
Specifically Nobu.
Specifically Nobu, and slams the door, and Nobu is like sweat bead.
Right.
Like just nah. And then Nana's like, you intend on coming with me? And Nobu's like, of course not. I give up. There are so many other girls. What's more, I have success with them. Oh no, oh no.
Oh
And
no.
so Nana's like, let your hair grow a bit before giving up, Nobu. Even though I'm sure it wouldn't suit you.
Man.
But anyway, yeah, so Nana's not wrong.
She's trying to work around that wish that she totally created.
She did. She asked the Demon Lord. The Demon Lord supplied, and she's been sainthooded. Okay?
Right. She's like, Nobu, grow your hair out so it'll fix the problem.
Fix the problem, Nobu. It's your hair.
It's
not
your hair.
anything else.
Nope, not at all.
And Nobu's like, I wouldn't even appreciate winning that way. Yes, you would. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, Nobu.
Right?
And so then we see the river and Masato's face.
Mm-hmm.
And scene change into apartment.
Into apartment. And it's Nana. And she's like, I'm home, heart. And Masato just big hug. She's like, yay! Yay, yay, yay! And has all the hearts. And Nana looks a little uncomfortable. She's like, sorry if I woke you up. I left my key at someone's place. And Masato's thinking, at Ren's? Who is someone?
Uh-huh. Who's someone? We all know.
We all know.
It's not a secret.
Not a secret. Mm-mm. And also, she's been spending time with Hachi, so Hachi's a blabbermouth. Anyway, so...
That's true.
Oh, yes. So Masato's like, oh no, I was still up. And Nana says, where's Hachi? Is she asleep? And Masato's like, oh, Hachiko just went out. And Nana turns around and she's like, what? Where'd she go this late at night? And Masato's like, I don't know, but she kind of left in a hurry. She said she wouldn't be back tonight. And Nana has a memory of Hachi hugging Takumi, or clinging to Takumi, I should say.
Clinging, yeah, that's the clinging scene at the door.
Yeah, at the door before.
Mm-hmm.
And then Masato's got like kind of a worried face, and she's like, I hope it wasn't anything I said or did. And then Nana turns back around and she's like, no, no, it's a guy. She probably went over to her boyfriend's. No worries. And Masato said, what? And then Nana's like, is there beer in the fridge? And Masato's like, yeah. I had no idea that Hachiko has a boyfriend. And Nana laughs and she's like, what? Isn't it obvious? And Masato says, no. And then
No,
Nana,
because it's not.
no, it's not. And no, it's not. And then, Nana's like, really? And she's still laughing. And then Masato's like, I always thought Hachiko was only in love with you, Nana. And Nana's like, big eyes and no mouth. And then she's like, are you for reals? Sweat drop.
With angry eyes.
Yeah, like
Angry
why?
eyebrows. Angry eyebrows, specifically.
Angry eyebrows, yeah. And then Masato, it's got like the stress lines and the sweat drop. And she's like, but you're my only love, Nana. Please don't say it's not possible. To which I say, did Masato just literally say,
Doubted herself.
yeah, like, did she just out
Yeah.
herself?
In mine it says, but you're the only one I love, you know.
Oh.
Don't talk about these things as if they're impossible. It's painful.
Oh.
Right? That's precious.
That is super cute. Oh, okay, so we have, well, there you go, kids.
There you go.
There's
That's
our
the storyline.
representation.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet, loving, wonderful Masato.
I also think Masato might be asexual, so you know.
I mean, I could see that too.
Right. But
Either way,
like love is love is love. That's it.
yeah, she's she's somewhere in the soup pile. So
She's in the soup.
she's in the soup. So and then Nana turns away. She's no longer angry anymore. Now she looks like, oh, she's like, whoa, sorry.
Right?
I'm like, I don't know how to respond to this woman who I think she just professed her love for me. I don't know what to do. Hey, look, a microwave, so I don't have to talk about it.
She says, "What's this?"
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I like a non sequitur, a change in subject. And Masato's like, oh, heart, it's a microwave. And Nana's like, well, I know that. But, and she's like, oh, Hachiko bought it on layaway. That was the only place to put it. And Nana says, if she has that kind of money, let's buy an air conditioner. And Masato's just laughing. And Nana opens the fridge and she sees all the food.
All the food. The whole fridge is
All
filled.
the whole fridge. And I'm not gonna cry, but I might because okay. So and she's got like big shocked eyes and she turns around and she's like, hey, why is there so much food in here? And Masato's like, oh, that's well, Hachiko, she'd already made all that when I came over. She said you probably be celebrating tonight. And then it's like a close up of Nana's eyes and they're big and sad. And she's thinking about Hachi, just little sweet Hachi. She's like thinking about the conversation they had. She's like, "Did you already make stuff for an after party?" And she says, "Oh no, not yet. It's cool. Don't worry about us." And then she like hangs her head and she's like, "I'm so sorry." And Masato is like, "No, it's not your fault, Nana. So what happened with the record company guy? Like, let's move away. Clearly this is not good." And then it's just Nana, and she's looking in the fridge at the truly delicious looking cake.
It's a
That,
cute cake.
oh, it's so cute. That Hachi made, and I think it's like a little chocolate square that has black stones written on it, and all the strawberries and blueberries, I
Mm-hmm.
think, too.
Mm-hmm. Berries, yeah.
And berries. And then she's just like has her like head in her hand because she's just like, oh, shit. You can almost physically hear that, fuck.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep. Yep.
yeah, and then it's Hachi, and she's in her head, and it's
No,
her
this is
eyes.
narration.
It's narration, yeah. And she's so, but it's Hachi's like like face eyes, face and
Yeah.
eyes, looking in the other direction. And it says, "Hey Nana," and it's just a picture of her and Takumi, and she's clinging to him again. It says, "If you and I were lovers, would we have been able to fill the emptiness by holding each other?" And then we got Rira, who's in the bubble bath. It's all,
Hold on.
hold on.
This is the way that it's phrased in mine.
Okay, I'm
Tell me
ready.
not. Tell me, Nana, if, for example, we had been a love couple. Love couple.
Love couple.
Yeah, and then it says,
All right.
would a hug have been enough to wash away my sadness? But love couple.
Love couple,
Love
yes.
couple.
Is this like success sluts?
I think so. Success sluts and love couples. Here we go.
Oh man.
It's the new dating show.
It's a new
Success-
dating show.
It's a new dating show. Success sluts and love couples.
Oh man, Love Couple is a new app. It's like Omegle or some shit.
Oh my god, love couple. Somebody copyright that.
Do it.
It's so ridiculous. But yes, Rira in the bathtub.
Yeah, Rira's in the bathtub, and she's holding these bubbles that are kind of in the shape of a heart, kind of in her hands. And it's still narration. It says, "Or does everyone bear this kind of loneliness?" And then Rira blows the bubbles into Shin's face, because he's also in the bubble bath with her.
And that was the call.
And that was the call. And then she's laughing, because bubbles are fun. And now he's got, bubbles in his face, but now he's laughing. And it's very cute. So sweet. But then we have a Tokyo skyline shot, and it says, "I didn't want to make you all mine. I just wanted you to need me, Nana."
Oh. Mine says, I wasn't intending on monopolizing you. I just wanted you to need me.
Mm.
I love the word monopolizing though. I can't remember what song from like the early 2000s that like they used that song and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, like I don't want to monopolize your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember it either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the chapter. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What if I painted a native? Now, see, here we go. What if I painted a nativity where it's Blackstones?
Oh, that'd be super cute.
A Jesus nativity, but it's Blackstones.
But it's Blackstones. So who's baby Jesus?
Probably the baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But who says they need a Jesus? Maybe Jesus isn't even thought of yet.
Fair. Yasu's one of the wise men, though.
Well, yeah, those three are the wise men. In one of the reviews I was reading, they called him Dreadlocks. They didn't even use his name.
Rude.
And they were like, I hate Dreadlocks. And I'm like, how could you hate Kyosuke?
Yeah, how can you hate him? How dare? How dare you? He's perfect and good.
Kyosuke's great. Kyosuke's a good guy. He doesn't even have enough of a character development for you to really like decide you hate him.
No, he's like one of the other wise men. He's like
He
wise
is.
man number 2. So
He is. He is a wise man. Yes, absolutely.
Figure
Yes, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what the third one is, but I know who the
We're
two
just gonna
of them
have a
are.
really big nativity scene, okay? Oh no. I feel like the wise men should be Kyosuke, Yasu, and Takumi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not because like
Interesting.
Takumi is wise, but because Takumi is mature. And I feel like one of the wise men has to be a dick.
Like canonically.
Yes.
Like, oh god, do we really have to take him with us?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do we really have to go see this fucking baby? Do we really have to
Yes.
follow this star? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, yes, we do. We do. But you don't have to come, but he comes anyway.
Yeah,
Just
exactly. Exactly. Because it's his job, right?
it's his job. Yeah, like he's a scholar. He's like, I gotta go. I
gotta
guess.
go. Just an astrologer. Jeez.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? And then, well, I mean, like, how would that work? I guess with Nana, and Nana, it would
Nana,
be
Nana.
Joseph and Mary.
Right? This is your Mary and Joseph.
But I also like Yasu on his drum kit from this image to be the entire manger.
Right?
Like, the manger's actually his drum kit.
Right? Oh, I love that.
I need to just start collecting nativities now.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Jesus nativities, baby white Jesus nativities.
Right? Because I know we talked about that.
Yep. And it just flashed in my head where I'm just like, this should also be a manger scene.
Right? No, it should. That'd be super cool.
Oh my goodness. And that plaque that I found, this of the Last Supper, but it's all like Blackstones and Trap Nest.
Yes. Yes.
This is so brilliant. Oh my, I need to,
Yes.
this just needs to have the sacrilege. I'm gonna have
That's
a whole like folk
Love it.
Catholic series that's just Ayazala themed. Well, you got your prayer candles, you got your Last Supper.
Oh my God. So I did on the Tumblr. I need to post it to our Instagram, but I did make Madonna, Our
Oh,
Lady
so
of
good.
Our Lady of Lights.
It's so good
Gee.
though. I just, oh my God. Okay, so now I need a Virgin de Guadalupe, but it needs to be
It's got to be Hachi.
this
Yeah.
never ends.
Yes. I
It's
love
so
it.
good. It's
I
so
love it.
okay. I mean, just once I start on something, like, it never dies though. It never dies.
No, I love that because you know what? People say it's like sacrilegious, but I'm like, but,
But isn't it sacrilegious to begin with in its foundation? Thank you, good night.
right? Like, why can't we have fun with it?
They colonized the world. I can do what I want.
Right? Right?
They slaughtered my people. I can do what I want.
Right? And also, you don't know that Nana isn't a religion to somebody, so there.
This is true. This is true. It's kind of like, the Sailor Scouts. They're all assigned to the planets. I mean, who's to
Hell
say?
yeah. Hell yeah.
Who's to say? Who's to say? I know that, I'm in the camp that they're included.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, it's the reason I started like loving the planets because I was just like Sailor Moon and everyone in my class knew it. They're like, that's the only reason you're talking about this. I'm like, that's correct.
Okay.
So I think people lived on Jupiter. So sue me.
I mean,
Entire civilization
we
on
might
the
not,
moon.
like with our
Mm.
puny little human eyes, okay?
Right.
Puny little human eyes. We can't even see what honeybees and bumblebees see, and like the world that they see. It's so cool. Okay, so with
Mhm.
our puny little human eyes and our three-dimensional sciences that we built with our puny little human eyes,
Right.
we don't know
Right.
what we can't see.
Exactly.
So, mm-hmm. So
Lives
people
in
live
my
on
head.
Jupiter because, like, I don't know if they don't. Prove me wrong with your puny little human eyes.
Right.
Send some honeybees out there, okay?
But maybe like just one or two because we need the rest of them.
I mean, yeah, actually, that's a
Yeah.
one. Yeah. We might need to work on saving them first, and then we can turn them into our own Sailor Scouts.
Yay! Oh,
How cute! With little dresses!
they're so cute, little bumblebees with little fukus.
Oh my god!
So cute. I need it. Oh my god.
I'm obsessed. Has Camilla D'Errico
Oh,
done any? Because, like,
no.
I know that she did, like, a Sailor Scout type series. Hold on.
I think she might have done a Sailor Moon as a bee, maybe a Sailor Moon bee at one point. I seem to
Yeah,
recall.
that's what like, because she did a whole bee thing for a while.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
Um,
her too. But I like look up at my picture and I'm like, you, you need to do this.
she did.
Did
Oh,
she?
she did. Oh, she did.
That's right. I thought.
Oh, she did. Yep,
Is it the whole?
there's a couple.
Oh, okay. I'm excited. That's right. I remember at least one of them, but I don't know if I saw the rest.
These are like on Facebook and they look like they're old images. Hold on. Are they on her Facebook? No. we go. Okay, make this one big. It's gonna be fuzzy. It's like low grade.
It's okay.
Copy image, put in chat.
Bees are fuzzy too.
There you go. There's one.
Yes, look at you. It's Sailor Moon. She's so
It is so cute. Oh
I
no.
love you. You're so cute.
Right? I'm just like, oh gosh. But like now I'm visualizing like real bees though.
Right.
I'm just like, and you make tiny dresses and
Right.
this is your costume for going into outer space.
They're like, okay.
I mean, maybe the bees like in like the Mayan honeybees, they might be more willing because they have like a relationship. They've evolved to not have stingers anymore.
Oh.
Because of their relationship with the Maya people.
Oh, interesting.
But they're also endangered, so you know.
Right.
Along with the Maya people. Anyway. The chapter, and now we have tea.
Yeah.
I also found another one of those from earlier that annoyed me from the one. It's from the Reddit page. Okay. So like there's a lot written on this. This is for episode 21 from the anime. But then someone goes on to like compare like where did it go? I was so annoyed.
Oh, yes. Welcome to the segment of the Nanopod where now we are it's tea time, folks.
It's tea time. It's where I get obscenely annoyed by shit y'all have said.
It's gonna be like people's favorite parts of our episodes. They're gonna be like, we're writing.
So like this is like a response to another post, okay?
Okay.
And it's talking about like Yazawa being sick and like the hiatus. And you know, like we don't shame people for their illnesses in this space, but apparently some people do. And this commenter is like, I feel like mangakas are just irresponsible. Buying manga, especially in the form of tankobon. Does that mean like what's it, serialized? Here, I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I'm like tankobon. But also, man,
The term is used reference to individual volumes of a manga series. So yeah, like the volume, right, in the book form. So it's like $10 a book, $12 a book now, I think. But and they say like especially in the form of volumes, essentially, is kind of an investment. It is a rather cheap investment, but if they bought it from you, it creates a supplier customer relation. Okay.
Okay.
Robert Jordan was diagnosed with amyloidosis and died the next year. He, however, acknowledged that his fans wanted to have the complete Wheel of Time story and labored to honor it before his demise. His last novel, concluding the story that he began 23 years before, was published 6 years after his death. Why mangakas like Miura? So Miura, and I know I'm saying that wrong, that is the author of Berserk, and I'm going to get into that, and that's part of the reason why this annoys me so much. And Yasuo abandoned their fans, like that is incomprehensible to me. Yes, Miura posted a chapter like every year, but really Berserk is pretty much on hiatus. Now, this is 8 years ago. Okay, so dude's dead now, by the way. And then it goes on to say, hire a co-author, hire 5 assistants to do the drawing. Do something except letting your work waste away.
That's not very kind.
I'm sorry, Malivore from Reddit. That's not the way that art works to begin with. Now, in regard to Berserk, dude was in the hospital on his deathbed for years.
Right.
Years, okay? And yes, sometimes it took longer for that stuff to come out. But also, you know nothing about that art if you don't know that each cell, like each panel, was drawn on these huge, not standard pieces of paper, but huge pieces of paper with a fine point pen. On top of that, he did have apprentices, several of them learning his art style so they could keep publishing them in it's owned by the same publishing company as Cookie. But anyway, because like Nana was in that same serial for a while. But like they did that. He did that. So shut the fuck up, okay? Stop.
No, I mean I mean, it's kind of. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's
No, it's
fair.
not.
Mm-mm. Like,
It's not.
it's like you created a relationship. It's like they don't know us, guys. They don't know who the hell we are.
Right.
We are
The
we are.
privilege oozing off of this comment.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
8 years ago, different time too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but also like you don't know someone's illness,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like the creator of Berserk, he just died a couple of years ago at 54. He was sick that long.
Yeah.
Longer than 8 years ago. And if you knew anything about your fandom, you wouldn't be saying shitty shit like that.
Yeah. It's not
Like he was
okay.
literally drawing in the hospital with apprentices. Eight plus years ago. Like Finn was like an infant when he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like he
You can't.
never left.
Yeah, you can't say that that's not dedication to be in the hospital, sick, and still doing work. Like, that's disingenuous.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not to say that Yazawa doesn't want to. We don't know what her illness is.
We don't know what it is, but she says like, I really want to get back to doing stuff, and it's like, see, she's not like, I'm
And
sorry,
what
you
if it's
feel
mental illness?
abandoned.
Like how fucking ableist would that be?
Yeah. Well, wouldn't it still kind of be ableist even if it was like
It
just,
depends on the illness, I think.
yeah. I mean, I've met, met people with like
But
fibromyalgia.
when you're sick for a long time, it becomes a disability. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, like fibro, Graves,
But like but also
all the
relating that
things.
to Robert Jordan. Like he's a totally different person.
Yeah, and that's a totally different medium too.
It
It's not the
is. He's just
same.
writing.
He's
He could
right.
have even dictated that story orally to someone who transcribed it.
Yeah, that's not the same as drawing it.
It's not. It's not
It's
even
not
close
the
to the
same.
same.
Now when your drawing hand is fucking cramping, dude. I mean,
Dude, and like what
uh,
if you have, like what if you have something physical that's like it hurts?
tendinitis. Yeah,
Anything.
um,
Anything.
carpal tunnel, all the things.
Fibromyalgia.
Yeah, the anything that attacks your nerves.
Right.
Um,
Well, someone's response, and their account has since been deleted. It says, "I'm sorry, but I don't see it that way." From the art drawn by Ayazawa, you could just tell that she absolutely loved her work, and she wouldn't have abandoned it over something so petty. Besides, it's a source of income for her. Do you really believe that she'd sacrifice her career over something like that, even if it meant disappointing her fans? Use your common sense. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm simply saying that I disagree. Oh no, you just said that they were wrong.
right, I'm like, well, you don't have to say it. We'll say it.
They
They're wrong.
responded.
Oh, did they?
Oh
Oh
yeah, and I
boy.
didn't even notice this before. I didn't click it open.
Oh no. It's gonna
So
get
they said,
bad.
right? We have too little info on Yazawa to say anything, but Miura, sure as heck, is alive and kicking.
As of 8 years ago.
I, see, here's the thing: is like when Finn was an infant, he was drawing from a hospital bed. Finn is 17,
Mm-hmm. It's a
right?
long time,
And
people.
then we're comparing that to 8 years ago. And he
Yeah.
just died. This mangaka just died at 54. That's a terminal fucking illness. And he
Yeah.
was still working.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not fast enough for this privileged Malivore dude, but whatever. Um, and then it goes on to say, in any case, the example I've given is even more extreme, and yet it turned out still can be done. Jordan was dying. He had 1 year to live. A single WOT novel, Wheel of Time, usually takes several years to complete. He could have also had like manuscripts lying around. He might not have even written anything.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, for the last Wheel of Time book, like one of my ex-boyfriends who actually
Mhm.
got it and read it because he was a huge Wheel of Time fan, he was like, "This isn't him." Like,
See?
yeah, he was like, "This is not the same voice."
Right. Exactly. So
So,
like where's your proof? Like that's, like you want to say that there's too little info about Yazua's health because she doesn't want to share it with the world? Okay. Um he goes on to say
not the
jeez.
same medium. It's not the same, again, he's just like, I gave a really extreme example. From the sounds of it, the Berserker author also had a
Mhm.
terminal illness, my guy. Like,
Right.
it,
Yeah.
different mediums, writing versus drawing. Ay.
Huge, but it's not even just that though. And you just said that it didn't sound like his voice, but also a lot of people who write, they just have like, and they're like as submerged in stories, and he didn't write anything for 23 years.
Yeah.
Maybe like his last will and testament was like, I'm going to tell you the storyline. Can you write this for me to somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know unless you're actually there. But he
Yeah.
goes on to say he did everything he could, writing down the main plot line. Writing down the main plot line.
Yeah.
Leaving a legacy so that a co-author can flush it out and finish the story. He didn't even write it. And then
Mm.
he admits it there. So first you say that he wrote this whole thing that takes years and years and years. Now you know that he didn't.
Yeah. I
Your
think
argument is invalid.
Yeah, I think Brian Sanderson finished the last book
There you go.
from what I understand, because my downstairs neighbors also love Wheel of Time, and I think Jason said that to me at one point.
Mm,
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it was Brian Sanderson, I believe. Y'all can fight about it in the comments or let us know, but I think that's who finished it, which is not Robert Jordan, different voice.
right. Well, yeah, and if he like this, but his entire argument he just undid with that statement of admitting dude didn't write the book.
That's usually what happens when people are
Dude didn't
talking
write
about
the
their
book.
hearts.
Dude did not write it. So it
Didn't
goes on
write
to
it.
say there is a time limit for this kind of thing. If, for example, Yozua waited a decade before continuing, then many readers, especially the ones that have followed from the beginning, which I assume if you're bitching 8 years ago, you haven't been, um, will be into their 40s or even older. I'm sorry. What?
Mm,
I'm almost 40.
yeah, okay, math
Okay,
bad.
go about your business. Um, by then, Nana is just not interesting to them. That's not true.
That's not,
Um,
okay.
mhm. Sure, she will gain some new followers, but most will have moved on. Manga, unlike a novel, don't contain a lot of story. Even long running serials can usually be quite easily put into a single novel, unless she's in a vegetative state or something as drastic. It is hard to imagine a situation where writing, dictating the main plot line of a manga story for others to flush out and draw will be impossible. Some authors do vehemently. You started. I think you started typing angry from your little keyboard warrior chair. Um, disagree that such obligation exists. See Neil Gaiman in this whatever journal entry from 2009. Um, but this is basically why these days I'd only buy serialized story like manga when they're 100% finished. Here's your $100. Give me the story. All of that. Like,
Why? Okay, a few things. First of all, you've never been haunted by a story because stories that just haunt you stick with you forever. Second of all, why are you using literary people to make your point?
yeah,
You referenced Berserk once, but you got anything else?
right. What else you got?
Yeah, did you ever read anybody else? Just just wondering.
I
Inquiring
mean,
minds.
yeah, and like it also makes me wonder, I don't know. I mean, those two are like main and kind of go together for that time period and for like alt culture, I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure.
Um like there if there was a boyfriend and girlfriend of like weird manga like worlds in like the early 2000s, the girlfriend would be Nana and the boyfriend would be Berserk.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah, I could see that.
Um, or partnership, whatever. I just, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know
Um,
what you meant. Like they
but like
together.
also just the privilege that it takes to like shame someone for being ill
Yeah,
because
that's
you
that's
need your
weird.
story.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't think that anybody else could tell her stories. I
No.
don't. Nobody else
Mm-mm.
writes like her.
Mm-mm.
Nobody. Nobody story tells like she does in any of the work. You're that like go read her other shit that is done. There's lots.
Mm-hmm.
Go find it. Go scoot. Someone
Scoot.
else someone else responded to them and was like, it really does suck that she stopped so suddenly. She was hospitalized, but we'll probably never know for what. From what I know, she was discharged from the hospital in 2010, but then in 2013, she drew a new installment of Junko's bio, and then there was another one later too. But
Mm-hmm.
and then it was put in like for features of extra characters, blah blah blah. From then on, she's been sporadically doing more Junko's bar. Yeah, because like those are short,
Yeah.
right? And she's been doing merch and stuff, but those are short. Those are short.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they're like okay. So like here's the thing. I think that there's also a spiritual side to this. See, the thing about Berserk is he uses real magic.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's involved.
it's involved in the art.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like it like the woo woo side, my conspiracy woo woo hat is just like, well, also though, what if Ayazawa was actually like summoning the demon lord?
Ooh.
Ooh, you know what I mean? Like we
Right.
don't just but leave people alone if they're sick. Like don't be such an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Um, but real quick then, and then we can wrap it up because there's a little comments from the end of the chapter. The first one says, "Daily reminder that Shin is 15."
Right.
He says, I feel so bad for him. He's in such a vulnerable situation. He's so young and does sex work and has a 20-plus-year-old lusting for him. I know in Japan it's normalized, but I hate how young they made his character. The next person says, I understand that it's realistic and that something like this could actually happen, but I feel so bad for him. Um, I do feel bad for him. I know that it's like morally like not okay at the same time. I also feel and like
Yeah.
this is like not something that I really agree with, okay? But I also like this is part of my thought process is that Rira is also like emotionally immature.
Oh, no, yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's been stunted
Mm-hmm. I
from
can
being
see that.
famous. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
And like
that.
Takumi's kind of stunted her into being like a child.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I
Little
guess
girl,
it's not.
like a little sister.
Yeah, like infantilized a little bit.
Yeah, she's very infantilized.
Yeah, she's the pretty little princess in her little pink
Hmm.
tutu wandering, going around
Yeah,
the place.
right.
No, I can see that.
The next comment says, this story is so good, but it hurts my heart so much.
Yes.
And then the next comment says, yes, I feel for Rira, but Shin is so young. I know she's heartbroken because Takumi can't love her, so she looks for comfort. But it's definitely not right for her to go to Shin. That part, right?
Yeah.
Um, and Hachi is so naive. I love her, but it hurts seeing her in these situations. Nobu honestly has my heart. He means well. The thing I guess I want to further say about I would rather have Shin though be with Rira than be with like strange women.
Yeah, I mean, I like Shin and Rira together. I
I think they're
know
cute together,
they're so
but
cute
like
together.
it's the fact that he's like so young. That's it.
Yeah, he's a child. And that's the thing though, is that like maybe it's also a product of the time or just a certain kind of writing. Like after a while you do kind of forget how
Yeah.
old he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
You do
which
forget.
is
I constantly
yeah,
forget. I constantly forget that
me
he's not
me
the same age
too.
as everybody else.
Yeah, same. But then again, I know
Mhm.
everyone is making all of like these things, but then
But
there's
there's also
plenty.
characters that are drawn and created. Like I'm thinking of the rabbit from Fruits Basket, right?
Oh, Momiji.
Yeah, Momiji. So Momiji's the same
Yeah.
age group,
Yeah.
right? But Momiji's a child.
Momiji is indeed a child, but he
Right.
acts like but he's Ooh, that one's so weird though too because like he allows himself to act childish, but he's also got deep fucking trauma.
Yeah, but like he's the same age as everybody else. But they
Yeah.
drew him to not be, right? So like it's
Mm-hmm.
that reverse. Like they're the
Yeah.
mirror image of each other,
Yeah.
right? The opposites. So then the
Mm-hmm.
next comment is our lovely troll Hachiko saying Nobu mid,
No. No, go away.
right? Nobu mid. And then we have Angie following up with troll.
Yes, because
I'm
that's
living
what
I'm
you
living
are.
I'm living for this troll though. So the next comment is, does she even know he's 15? Cause what the heck? Yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
And Hachiko, our lovely troll, says yes, she knows. Do you just like go through? Oh, I need to know who you are. Um
Oh man.
And then the next one says, I feel bad for Hachi and how lonely she is and how she doesn't have self confidence. It's why she clings to people and lets this bad relationship with Takumi persist. They've really been driving that point home for the last couple of chapters.
Oh, are you just new to reading the
I
things?
think that this is the first time,
Oh.
and that was a year ago.
Oh. Oh, okay, because I'm
This is
like,
their first read. Yeah, this is their first read.
wait for it, baby.
Wait for it. So the next person is like, oh, also, yo, Rira, isn't that a minor? The next person says, not in Japan. The age of consent is 13, crying face.
Yeah. Also,
So there's
that's
also the social difference. The social difference.
there's a social difference, but that's also the thing I was thinking about too. I know everyone's like, hey, age, but that doesn't stop y'all from reading a whole bunch of YA novels that have extreme age differences.
Bro,
So before we start throwing
let's rein it in. Yeah,
stones,
let's rein it in. Is it only not okay because he's a boy and she's a girl?
right?
Like, ask yourself that
Right?
seriously.
Yeah, for real.
Because
Like,
we read a lot of that fan fiction.
oh man.
we
Yes.
we we know.
I spent my entire adolescence on fanfic page. Like, yeah, of
We
Sailor Moon
know.
fanfic pages. We know.
We know.
Oh, we know. And
We know all about it.
we know all about it. I even wrote some of my own when I was 13. So guess what?
We know all
Yeah,
about it.
peak cringe. I don't care.
Right? So yeah, you know, just think about just think about it before you talk. Um the next person says everyone talking about Shin being a minor when one, it's like the third time we see him and Rira together. Two, we've known he was a sex worker since long ago. It's never gonna be okay, but why y'all bringing it up just now? Question mark. It's true though, because like in the
It's
earlier chapters,
true.
people weren't commenting. They were not commenting on the earlier chapters.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
There was
that's a good
hardly
point.
any. Yeah,
Good.
like this is where the conversation has started to pick up, which is why
Good.
I'm like, hi, let's talk about these. Um,
Yeah. Good point.
now,
Whatever your
right?
username is.
Painkiller.
Thank you, Painkiller,
Thank you,
for
Painkiller. P space A space I space N space K space I space L space E space R. That was painful. Um, they go on
Hey,
to say,
he's got a placebo for not a placebo. God damn it. The
right?
acetaminophen, isn't that the
Yeah,
active ingredient?
I think.
Painkiller. Nate's here. Nate would make better puns than me. Just ignore me. He can't do it as well as he can.
um, they go on to say also, Hachi's not naive at all
Mm,
because she's not exactly in love and knows too well nothing good will come out of that relationship. Yeah, with Takumi, she's not naive.
yeah.
It's just that there's some kind of relief in hurting herself even more. Oh, boom. Thanks, Painkiller. You
Mm-hmm.
get the star of the day.
You do. That's very
Um,
well put.
we have our beautiful troll, Hachi, coming in and saying Hachi is a lesbian.
Y- Is
With
this
with
okay?
comfet.
Comfort?
Hold on. I'm gonna say, I don't feel like this is a word. Look up. Look up.
People make up shit every day on the internet. It keeps happening.
Oh, it is. compulsory heterosexuality, often shortened to comfet. Is the theory that heterosexuality is assumed and enforced upon people by a patriarchal and heteronormative society. The term is popularized in 1980 by Adrienne Rich.
I mean, that's a thing that happens, but Hachi's not a lesbian.
I don't
Sorry.
think she's a lesbian. I think she's bisexual.
She's bisexual, which is
I do think she
not.
has patriarchal problems, which is why she's not willing. But I'm sorry. Like
Yeah.
I think she likes to fall on dicks a whole lot.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah, yeah. Like, to be honest.
fall on dicks.
She just trips and falls.
Just trip this balls. Oh no. I mean, kind of.
But they go on to say that that's why people may call her naive.
Because she's a supposed lesbian?
Yeah, I
Or
mean, she might be a lesbian. We don't know if she's a lesbian, but guess what? We don't know.
We don't know, and also
And
she's
like, even
also
I think that, like, even I mean, me sitting here diagnosing fictional characters is going to say, even like assuming fictional character sexuality is like not okay, but I'm like, but I'm diagnosing fictional characters, so I don't know which one is not more not okay. But
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess we're kind of like when we're I don't know. I want to say that
maybe
when
we're
we're
too
doing it,
old.
maybe, but I don't know. I think when we're doing it, like we're having a good time with it. This person might be
They're
dead
a
serious.
troll.
They're a troll, but what if they're serious?
I think they're serious. I think they're
Okay,
serious.
that's
Yeah,
right. I
because like
mean,
they're the one that they're the one that always comments Nobu's mid.
yeah. You don't have anything else to do? Like
No,
do
no, that's it. There's a whole life right here.
also what's their name? Is it Hachiko?
Yeah, Hachiko with
Yeah,
no profile picture. They're just a
get
troll.
get get
Get
get
fucked.
her name out of your mouth. Get just no.
Well, and I mean, like, there are the painkiller goes on to say that too, LMAO. But on like the one comment, like there's 2 likes, 1 dislike. Who liked it? I don't even know who those. I mean, I'm getting used to these profile pictures, though. I'm not gonna lie, and I made an account, so I can go through and troll all y'all.
You're like,
Um,
I'm gonna do it. You're gonna do
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
it.
The next comment says, if Blast would have come back that night to see Hachi, so much stuff could have been prevented.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know.
yeah.
We all know. We all know.
We all know. But this is
This
about
is the
real
story
life.
arc. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is about real life. This is a happy, happy joy time. Because, like, I mean, they've already done that.
Yeah.
They've
I mean,
already all shown up.
yeah, seriously, guys, if you really want to read a manga where it's not super happy, but you actually get healed, just read Fruits Basket.
Just go read a cute squishy thing over there.
Yeah, yeah, go.
This isn't
This
that.
is the Pain Olympics. Like,
Right?
that's
Well,
what
the next
this
comment
is.
says shit's fucking hurting, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We know.
We do. But hey, if
I'm
it's your
pretty
first time,
I'm pretty
you know.
desensitized still through this point in the story, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I remember the pain that I felt the first time reading it, though, because like
Yeah.
nothing is as real as what this story has made me feel. Like nothing touches it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
haunting. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. They
yeah,
haunt you.
it definitely is. The next
Oh,
comment says,
not
"Here's the thing.
ghosts.
Assuming you guys are rereading from a first-time reader, you guys over hate Takumi. It's not like he's forcing himself on Hachi or anything.
Remember you said that.
She willingly accepts it all. Although it's pitch clear he doesn't really care about her. Uh, we need to move some of this around.
We do.
And but they're a first time reader.
It's okay.
Oh
Yeah.
man. First time
Yeah.
follower.
Yeah.
It's okay. Although it's pitch clear he doesn't really care about her and is just having his fun with her, but it's not like she's trying to stop him. They also go on to say, okay, so Hachi is low-key getting on my nerves. She can't accept Nana to give up an important meeting for her or ditch run for her. Oh, ditch Ren for her. I mean, what does Hachi offer to Nana? Actually, and then they say nothing. Actually, like
Actually.
Hachi offers to Nana like unconditional like love and support,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah,
And
and
you
that's
haven't,
important.
are we reading the same story? I know it's your first time reading it, Leah, but like let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, for real, because I'm like, I wouldn't say nothing. That's not very kind, because if it was nothing, Nana would have bounced the fuck out. She
Right,
just would have
exactly.
got away.
She doesn't deal with any of that.
Yeah.
Someone responded to that comment and said she didn't expect Nana to ditch the meeting. That's why she didn't tell her she had prepared so much.
Yeah, like she
Yeah,
would ne
like
she
it's
mm-mm.
actually a thing. And this was 7 months ago that they commented all of this, right? And so it's like, well, how do you feel now about Takumi and Hachi? Have
Mm-hmm.
you moved the words around in this sentence?
Right.
Because it should be.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that was the other thing about like both of us too. It's like when you've spent time with a story, yeah, maybe at first like you feel really red hot poker feelings, but after a while and you keep coming back, then you're like, oh, it changes. The
Yeah,
feelings change over time. So I guess give yourself time. You'll get
yeah,
here.
you'll get here.
Unless you're
Unless
not
you
reading the
don't.
same fucking story.
Which I'm convinced a lot of people aren't. But it's also like the perspective, and I'm wondering if there's like it's like a difference in the like, generational perspective or something along those lines. Like, where's your Pluto and Saturn? And then we can talk about it. And I mean both Pluto and Saturn.
Is,
Um,
is that literally like a thing where it's like your Pluto and Saturn could literally make you fucking blind to
yeah,
what's in front of you?
absolutely.
Oh,
Well,
I
because
hate
like
that.
our generations as they're defined, the House-Strauss theory of generations, that's based on Anglo-American history. Um, and so I'm gonna get into like a weird offshoot of it, but they're wrong. Um, so our generational markers are Pluto and Saturn. You need
Mm,
both of that in order because you have your Pluto placement, right, which is a generation, a grouping of people collectively, and then that's broken down into other signs also. That's Saturn, usually three. So like those things are what defines like the different portions of different generations and why they articulate differently. So yeah,
mm,
it could make the perspective so drastically different that that's why we're reading stories from like alternate timelines
mm.
because they see the world different.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they're reading the wrong story. Um,
Yeah, I mean, no, I totally agree. It was like, does that not have eyes?
right. Like, did what are you just reading so far into the story? Is there some weird fan fiction we're not aware of?
It is entirely
Are
possible.
you like I mean, here's the thing though, is like last episode we talked about like future chapters with Nobu and Hachi. The anime didn't even make it that far. The anime only
Mm,
made it to what, like 4 box sets?
something like that, yeah.
And it was only like it's 100 and some episodes or something like that. And they put it in one season on Netflix and Hulu, but those were like multiple box sets, like multiple seasons. Um,
Mm,
but like it didn't even get that far.
yeah.
And I don't know why. I never looked into why, if it didn't get funding or they stopped because that was a good place to stop because the story isn't finished. Or Madhouse didn't want to invest anymore into it. You know, like there's a lot of different reasons why something like that could
Yeah.
happen. But there's one more comment, and it says the only way I feel even a tiny bit bad for Hachi is for the fact that she has a whole family. And yet, through so much, she wouldn't and didn't feel comfortable with going to her older sister or even her mother about anything. I've never thought about that. It's also
Oh.
sad that because Shin is a male, the sex stuff is taken less seriously. I
Mm,
oh, okay. We're gonna
mm.
okay. But if it had been a
Hmm.
girl, they'd be one of the main problems to be dealt with in this story. Like, ugh. Also, it's almost as if Rira is still a bit childlike mentally because of Takumi taking control of her life. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to speak.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of the characters weren't raised right, which is tragic, but also makes this manga relatable and lifelike. Yeah, exactly. They weren't raised right, but also they were raised realistically. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the language there gets me because I'm like being raised right, that means that that is fictitious to be raised
Mm-hmm.
right, right? Um Now, I don't agree with the statement of if Shin was a girl, there would be more attention placed on Shin.
I don't either.
They place a lot of attention on Shin
They do.
being a sex worker. Like they
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah, they keep bringing it up like in past
And they don't
volumes.
like
They're
it,
like,
but they can't
ooh.
stop him.
Yeah, they
They
consistently are
don't have
like,
the place to stop him.
no.
They're not his parents.
Mm-mm.
Like, what are they going to do?
They can just give like what
And
Hachi did,
it's
really weird advice.
and they don't want him to end up in prison because that's the only option to stop him.
Yeah, because
Yep.
yeah.
That's the
Well,
only
isn't
option to stop him.
yeah, isn't it like so he would go to prison, but the people he's with won't, or will they?
I don't know.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know how those
remember.
laws work, but like he will. It's illegal.
Yeah.
So like he would go to prison. That's how they'd stop him. But I don't think that they're giving him less attention because he's quote unquote male in caps. Um, I think that they're giving it the same amount of attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I actually really appreciate that he is male in caps. That's how they wrote it. I'm sorry.
No, that's
um,
fine. I totally see where you're going. Yeah.
I actually appreciate that instead of the other options
Mm-hmm.
to make it more realistic. Because you
Yeah.
would just always assume. But also it's weird that they say like Shin being a male and then say, but if it was a girl, and it's like, well, why do if you're saying male? I don't know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I never thought about the part though that she never. Well, I mean, we know that she doesn't feel comfortable talking to her family. That was already kind of
Yeah,
covered. Her mom sent her marriage money
she did.
to get rid of her. She's the middle
Yeah.
child.
Yeah. And she said,
The
nope,
middle child
go
is
back home.
always like scapegoated.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Pushed away, treated different.
Yeah.
Um, and so like I don't know. I think that that kind of explained itself, like her getting marriage money.
You're right.
They gave her marriage money. They
They gave
didn't
her,
even know if she was getting married or even if she lived with her boyfriend. The mother doesn't call either. How about that?
yeah, she did leave a note. It's a weird dynamic. She left a note, and then her mom was like mad because she didn't really tell her where she was going, and then
Well, that's also
yeah.
because Hachi is flaky. It doesn't make it okay. Okay, we know how much I bitched
No.
about it. It doesn't make it
Mm-hmm.
okay, but she is flaky. But the mom
Mm-hmm.
never makes an effort to even check in on her.
Yep.
How's your life going? What are you up to?
Mm-hmm.
That's already set a precedence of their relationship and I mean, yeah, we should I mean that's sad for Hachi, but that's not that uncommon either.
Yeah, I guess they assume like, well, she hasn't come home in shambles, she must be fine.
And so I guess that's why I never think about her. Like, why doesn't she talk to her family?
Yeah, I didn't think about it either. I was just like,
I
oh,
never thought
that's
about it.
right. She does have a
Yeah.
family.
She does have a family. We know that. We've been to their house. Um,
I mean, they come back again later,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
know, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, she's the average stereotypical middle child.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts?
Oh, that was a lot. People are a lot.
Hmm.
My goodness.
Right?
uh,
This is my new hobby.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
start trolling
hey.
all y'all. Get ready.
we're gonna we're gonna be known as like the most aggressive.
Oh my god.
That's okay. If we're wrapping up the things that you guys can find us on all the things, we have an Instagram,
Go
apartment
to the Instagram,
707.
apartment
Yeah.
707 underscore. Go to the Instagram. There's a
Yep.
link tree. There's a link tree to all the things. Or you can follow our Tumblr. It's called Yazawaverse.
Yes.
So you can go do that.
Yes.
And
Do
drink your
it.
water. Drink your
Drink
water.
your water.
Drink your water. Yep, drink your water. It's hot out. We're getting there. I mean, there's a heat wave up here, and this is ridiculous, but what can you do? And cool. You can also like find our links there too. Our links are on the link tree, so you can find us.
Yeah, go look at my strawberry art. It's less hot takey than.
And be nice, okay? Be nice. Don't be a dick, because if you're a dick, I'll make TikToks about you.
She will. No, for real.
I will. I mean, they'll stay up long enough to shame you, and then I'll take them down. But I'll still do it.
It's like a tweet and delete, you know.
Right? I might have to just make a troll account.
Fair.
Why not? Okay, well, you're lovely. You're all lovely. Oh my god, I should make a Nanopod TikTok where I take these shitty ass comments and use a robot voice and talk shit about it.
You could do that. whatever floats your goats.
Nana talk is intense though. Well, anyway, I hope that you drink your water today. I hope you drink your water tomorrow. I have to pee really bad from drinking too much water. And goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.